My name is Michelle Brooks. I'm your social worker here at North Texas Social Services. I just wanted to welcome you here and thank you for meeting with me.
Thank you.
I definitely want to talk about what brings you in today, but before we get into anything, I want to cover my confidentiality policy. I just want you to know that everything that we talk about today is confidential unless you, hint or discuss that anything of abuse, harm to self, or harm to others, then by law I'm mandated to report that to the authorities. But otherwise, I want us to be able to discuss what brought you into my office today. And before that, I can see that you're a returning client to our services. I'm just a new case manager of yours. And obviously I got handed off your case, but I always like to get to know my clients first, face to face. So if I could just ask you a few questions about yourself, get some basics out of the way. I know your name is Crystal, but what do you, is that your preferred name?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And how old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay. And what race are you?
Latina.
And what's your gender identity? How do you identify?
Female.
Okay, awesome. So now I kind of just want to look at where do you live? Who's involved with your living situation?
So I have a kid. It's just my husband, my kid, and I. He's in elementary school. So I am a little stressful about our situation. It's even though it's just him, I can see that he's starting to, notice a lot of the things that we're going through, which doesn't really make me feel good. So our benefits are being reduced, which will be is very stressful. My husband and I don't make enough money, so it is really hard, especially for our child, school, getting him to and from school and the time that we have, and so it's very stressful.
I can definitely see how it's stressful, especially when you have a young kiddo, and you definitely want to be around them all the time and everything like that. Where are you guys? What's y'all's current living situation? Where are y'all living?
Like I said, it's just my husband and I. My kid. We do live in a one-bedroom apartment. Apartment is pretty small, but that's all we can afford right now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's okay. And I mean, you kind of discussed, all right, so that's what is essentially bringing you in here today. The basis of all that is your benefits are being reduced, and it seems to be causing, stress for yourself and for the rest of your family. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So what prompted you to come to us, for these services? I know that you've seen us before in the past, and I'm just your new case manager, but I just want to see what your goals are out of this so that I can help you.
So everything is so expensive right now, especially childcare. My main concern is my child, so I do want to get the help that I need for my child's sake. So anything that will help me, help my family, anything that will benefit all of us. My kid especially, any help that I can get will be good for us. So.
That's right. So with any help that you can get, it looks like you're going to have to re-enter the workforce since your benefits are being reduced. How does your husband feel about that situation? You're talking about how it's making you feel. How does he feel about how that's going to affect not only you but your son too?
So it's not, he's always worked, so it's not something that he'll be super stressed about. His main concern, like I said, our main concern is our kid. So working for him isn't an issue. I would obviously not have, the time that I have right now with my kid, but whatever can help us get through. So if I have to, find a job, I need to find a job that at least will still let me, see my child and that.
Yeah, of course. You've definitely made it clear that you want to be present in your child's life, and I totally get that, especially like you said, at such a young age. So I wanted to ask you now how you kind of feel about looking at alternative childcare, since going back into the workforce, you seem stressed about what that's going to mean for your kiddo and how they're going to get from school and get home. So how do you feel? Have you explored those options?
The childcare is super expensive. Like I said, we really can't afford that kind of thing right now. So probably looking into me finding a job will help me afford, but anything that, like I said, will be good for my child will be best for all of us. So.
Okay, well, we don't have a whole lot of time here today, but I can clearly see that one of the major things for you is just the well-being of your child throughout all of this that your husband and you are facing, economically. So I want to continue to help you and assist you in any way that I can. But for now, before we, depart and plan to meet for our next session, I at least want to get ahead of, your job search and help you find some resources for your kiddo to be able to get safely to and from school and, have a place when you and your husband may be at work. One of the great programs that I have seen that offer subsidies for your family that would fall into that is just Denton ISD's ESD program, and it's their aftercare program. It's not free of cost, but your family will qualify for the subsidies that they offer, so it will be a little bit cheaper. And like you said, you're gonna hopefully go get that job and everything and be able to pay for that. Another option that you could look at, and I really encourage you to, is get in contact with the Child Care Services of North Central Texas. They'll help you find subsidized childcare, and then they also offer educational classes on what to look for when you're searching for a childcare option for your kiddo, so that you can feel good about your decision and like they are safe and in good hands while you can't take care of them. And then one other thing, because I really want to give you a bunch of different options to look at and go discuss back at home with your husband, is just the United Way of Denton County. It's a church, here in Denton, and they're pretty widely known. You might know them, but they have a family child care network, and they'll help you get in contact with affordable child care options, as well as maybe even setting up your own child care situation within your own home and making money that way as well. So definitely some starting points and things for you to go home and discuss with your husband. But I just wanted to give you these options now, and then ask you if you had any questions for me before we move forward.
I don't have any questions, but I think that those resources will come in handy with our current situation, so I'll definitely look into that. So I'm glad that I have those for so I can look into them, so hopefully that'll help us out a lot.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Crystal, thanks for coming in. I'm always happy, to help you and give you any kind of referrals or assistance or guidance. And we can meet again, obviously, and I look forward to hearing an update on your job search, and then as well as maybe an update on that childcare situation.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Have a great day.
All right, so thank you.